You know, it's interesting. I still hear, because I go to a lot of the chamber events, I still hear people saying the rents are so high. And then you'll see another shopping center that's offering a month free of rent or 2 months of rent, but then on the other hand you're hearing how, well, my rents are so high. I mean, is that true? Is there still a real big difference now between the new commercial construction and the existing ones? Are they still charging really high rent rates, or are they starting to get it and start to lower their...
They're coming down a bit. A lot of it depends on how much they paid for the land and the design of the building and you know, what makes a viable project for them. So as land prices come down, we'll see rents come down with them as long as demand is still soft. But they're starting to come down on rent rates on the existing product and new product coming out there.
I mean, I look at that one shopping center off of 36 where Walmart is, and almost half the tenants have left, and because they won't reduce rent.
Right.
And yet I don't see new tenants coming in. So it just sometimes it's so confusing to look at our environment. You drive down the road and you see a whole new shopping complex, and there's one business in there.
Right.
And then you see another shopping center where they've lost half their tenants, and yet, you know, so I don't know how long it'll take to turn that all around.
It'll take a while to work through that, because we do have available space. We do have, you know, it's a tenants market right now. Location is important. People can pick locations.
Right.
So it'll take a bit to work out of that. But again, we're not cramming the pipeline full of new construction. So as things turn, you know, we won't have to battle that new inventory as much as we have in previous recessions.
The other thing I see, the other trend I'm seeing, I mean, it's just my observation, I don't know if you're seeing the same things, but it seems that people are also starting to get a little bit away from the strip malls and really focusing on the downtowns. I know Davidson's been doing a big downtown push with making the towns quaint and keeping,
Mooresville.
and Mooresville's doing the same thing, and Cornelius as well is also doing it in Huntersville. All of the towns in this area are really trying to build up their downtown areas and give that quaintness that you don't get when you go to the big box shopping centers.
Right.
Whereas you walk downtown now, you can get all of that right there downtown.
Yeah, certainly the stores that can be in an environment like that, you know, the big box stores can't be in that environment. Staples can't be in a downtown, but the ones that don't need a big box type of location or a regional strip mall are focusing more on the pedestrian-friendly areas.
Bring that
because
traffic back.
When you go to a big regional strip mall, you've got this sea of parking,
Right.
and it's, you know, getting in and out is tedious, and it really takes away from the shopping experience.
Right.
Or running into your neighbors and feeling part of a community.
Right, exactly. So yeah, we're happy to see some of that growth. I live in Davidson, and I love what's gone on at Exit 30 and what's going on in downtown. We love that. You know, for us, it's been nice. And Davidson's been strong. River Run, as far as a neighborhood, has some of the better numbers. It's the best of the worst. I mean, our neighborhood has stayed at a better absorption rate than some of the other bigger neighborhoods around the lake, but certainly still out of balance. I mean, we still have a ways to go, but it's stayed a little bit more in check than some of the other bigger neighborhoods at the lake and such. So.
Are you finding, because you also have the renovation business, that people are doing more renovating? Because I know people, even within a neighborhood, would move kind of from home to home when they wanted something different. Yeah. Are you finding people are just investing more in just redoing their kitchen or redoing their outside living space or whatever?
Absolutely. You know, it was amazing how fickle we were as a community in the early 2000s, where people would just, you know, if they wanted a better outdoor living, they would just move.
Yeah.
You know, and the broker in me likes that. But now we're seeing the renovation side really be more thought out. Like, does it make more sense for us to stay and reinvest into this house? And so we are seeing definitely a trend in that people reconsidering moving if they don't feel, as your question was earlier, should I sell now? Well, we're recommending to people, if you don't really need to sell, if you're not in distress and you're not really looking to get such an aggressive price, then if you can stay, then let's look at renovating, let's look at updating, let's look at expanding and making it what you want, you know, out of your existing location. And so we are balancing that trend out a bit.
Thank you very much, Tony. It's very helpful and interesting to hear about what's going on. I know, you know, we have our own observations driving around the neighborhood, but it's really helpful to hear from somebody who